Hello, 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 beautiful unicorn. Twice in a row today. Yana Kasperczak, spiritual awakening core energy coach, coming to you live from Fergus. I don't know what it's like outside. I haven't been out there yet. Been in my dungeon, getting all these things done that I've been putting off to do. Just moved my camera a little too far. And okay, so today, the purpose of this video, I wanted to hop on and share with you guys all what this challenge is, who it's for, who it's not for. So if it's not for you, no worries at all. It might not be for you this time around. It might be for you next time around, because I do see us using this challenge because it is quite powerful alongside other challenges that we are putting together. So what is this challenge? This challenge is a way to help you reconnect with yourself, with your true self, and identify all the other parts of yourself. It is a challenge that is going to help you to not only understand who you are, but also who you don't like being. You're going to, so basically this is what the challenge is going to be, and then we'll talk about what's in it for you and if it is for you or not. So this challenge, I am trying to keep it as simple as I possibly can, having had conversations with a few people and understanding what's going to be the most valuable and beneficial for everyone involved. And like I said, keeping it as simple as we can, because we're all busy bees running around trying to figure out what this life is and how we can play at it better. So this is going to help you play at life a little bit better. So every morning you're going to high-five yourself in the mirror. After you brush your teeth or you get ready, or if you forgot, you can do it later, once a day at least, a minimum. You can do it as many times as you need to. Some days you might need to, if you're not feeling the greatest, like I was last week, and I was just really feeling myself and really seeing myself in the mirror. And that's why I want to make sure that you're all being honest with yourselves, and you will know when you're lying to yourself. That when I was high-fiving myself in the mirror last week, I was lying to myself, and I could see it in my eyes, and it did not feel good. I've done so much work on myself, and there's still things coming up. There's still things coming up that I get to work through. And this is the reason for this challenge. To not only help me to work through, but for you guys as well. This is the first time we're doing this challenge in this group or in general. So you're going to high-five yourself in the mirror. Okay? And you're going to be honest with yourself. And then the second thing you're going to do with the challenge is in the group, there's going to be a post every day. Day 1, 2, 3, through 7. And each day there's going to be one little prompt for you to take action on, something for you to do. And that is going to be very valuable. It is not there just as, it is there as a suggestion, but it is there actually for you to take action on. It is there for me also to see how many of you are actually putting in the work and the effort into yourselves, and for you as accountability in that post, and to see everyone else, to connect with everyone else in the comments, in the chat group as well. So the chat, that's not necessarily part of the challenge. That is there to the extra help and support and motivation. So those of you who are not in the chat, we have a chat called Hi5 feeling motivation, I think I called it. You'll see it. It's HI number 5 Hi5 motivation or something like that. So in there, the purpose of that chat is just to share motivations, help motivate and inspire one another. And the one way that we can do that as we're going through the challenge, and this is where you can continue to use that chat as a motivation to continue doing the challenge every single day, maybe for the rest of your life. And at that point, that would also be a challenge for you to actually show up for yourself and just high-five yourself in the mirror, which is not as difficult, and it does not take much time. The only time it might take you is if things are coming up, if you're being triggered or re-triggered, to work with what has been brought up. And the video that I did today in the morning is going to be a great way to help you understand what you're going to be going through in this mirror challenge, to be quite honest, as I recognize that after, during and after the video. Debbie says the chat was a great idea. Oh, thank you. I thought it was a great idea as well. But then I thought, is everybody going to like it and enjoy it? Which is very normal for all of us to question. Are we making the right choice, the right decision? And if you're doing the challenge, this is one of the questions you might be asking yourself. Are you making the right choice by high-fiving yourself, by doing the work that you're being called to do within yourself? So that's what the challenge is. Like I said, straightforward. Just to reiterate, there's going to be a post in the group every single day. You're going to go to that post, and that's going to be your one place of accountability, where you're going to see the prompt of what you're going to be suggested to do, which is recommended to do. If you start looking at it as I must do this, or I choose to do this, and you do what the prompt is, you will reap the rewards after the 7 days. Actually, even sooner than that. So the first one was the mantra, where you write the mantra, create the mantra for yourself that you will recite yourself every single day in the mirror. It doesn't have to be exactly at the same time. You don't have to do the high five and the mantra at the same time. You can do the mantra in the mirror later, after you high five yourself again. So that's, so high five and the post, that's pretty much it. That's the challenge, guys. I think it's pretty simple. The things that I'm going to be asking you to do, or suggesting to do, are going to be the things that should not take you more than 5 minutes in a day. So if you can spare 5 minutes for yourself every single day to do this challenge, the reward will be coming that much closer and faster. If you spend more than 5 minutes, it'll come even faster. The more work and effort you put into it, the more hours and time you put into yourself, the more you're going to get back. It's like anything that you're doing in life and the skills that you're trying to acquire in your own life. It's like you starting a new job. The more you practice at the new job, the more you do, the better and easier it'll become. Same thing here. The more that you start to recognize and do the work on yourself, the easier it will become. Even, and actually the word especially comes to mind, especially during the times when it's hard, when the things that are coming up that you don't really want to be dealing with, you don't want to be facing, you'd much rather, not today, I don't want to deal with it today. Why today? Because today is the day. Today is the day, and that's why today. So if you don't do it today, tomorrow the magic will be gone. The energy, the power, that's the magic, will be gone. Now, the why, I feel like it's very self-explanatory. Why do this work? I would much rather hear from you. Why do you want to do the challenge? What's in it for you? Why do you consider it? Why do you keep doing the challenge? Some of you already started last week, because I mentioned it. I think, I can't remember where it was mentioned. I think it was mentioned in the Sacred Circle, or in a call, or in a video. Doesn't matter where it was mentioned. At some point it was mentioned, and some of you have already started this this podcast. I think it was a podcast. Heal the Unicorn podcast was the first time that we mentioned it last week, this past Wednesday, and I can't remember the name of the podcast. Just in case some of you might be watching this video later on, so we are all on the same page. And the last week, why cultivating gratitude is important. So that was the topic, to help you understand a little bit more on that part. Now, the last thing I wanted to mention is the Mirror Magick, and to help you understand the power of the mirror. And I'm going to explain it to you in the simplest way possible, and that is, mirror is a magnifier to everything and for everything. Everything and anything. It magnifies, doubles everything. Now, if you put mirror in front of another mirror, well, that you're creating a portal. Like, you're opening a door. Don't put mirror in front of a mirror. Mirrors should not be facing one another. Don't do that unless you are doing that for a reason and a purpose. If you're interested in Mirror Magick, please go right into the rabbit hole that is calling you. Dive in, explore, learn, and share with all of us in the group. Now, so another way to explain the mirror. So for example, let's say you want to have more people come to your house, more visitors, more happiness and joy and whatnot, depending what happens at the front door. Then put a mirror facing the front door. It's going to magnify everything that comes through the front door. Now, do you want to magnify everything that comes through the front door? Not necessarily, but you might want to magnify happiness and joy when they're coming into the door, and therefore you're going to put a mirror somewhere around the door at the front where it's going to be in the foyer. So it's magnifying what's happening in the foyer, right? If you are putting mirrors in the kitchen, you're going to be doubling and magnifying the mess, the fires, the heat in there, maybe arguments and dispute, whatever is happening in there. So think of whatever it is that is in front of the mirror as you are speeding up the work. You are doubling the effort and the work and energy that you're putting into it. Instead of you high-fiving yourself like this every single day or through the camera, when you do that through the mirror, it's almost like you have done it twice instead of once. And that's why it feels so much more intense. And that's why you can't look yourself in the eyes in the mirror and lie. And if you do, you know you're lying. So that's why I mentioned it in the chat group, but I also wanted to mention in the video here as well, just in case some of you are not in the chat, is that whatever you're saying to yourself in the mirror, be as open and honest as you possibly can. If you yet don't love yourself just yet, but you're getting there, just say, I'm starting to love myself a little bit more each day, because you are. But if you say, I am love, or I love myself, and you don't, how many times do you have to lie to yourself in the mirror and face yourself every day when you're lying to yourself until you stop showing up for yourself entirely? Not very long. So that's why a lot of people don't know this truth about mirrors, don't recognize that even if you're not saying it and you're thinking it, there's no difference. You're communicating. Most of the communication is nonverbal. Verbal is very small, but what is it, like 5-10% of communication? So how you communicate yourself with the mirror says a lot. And you might start to notice your body language through the mirror as well. You will notice that you don't like being lied to, and you don't. And you do this to yourself all the time. So instead of saying, I love myself, say, I could love myself more. Not should, I could. Or I'm starting to. I prefer to avoid the coulds and shoulds and whatnots and speak in the closest to the truth as you possibly can, because if you could continue to say I could, but you won't. That's why saying I am starting to, or I'm starting to feel, I'm starting to believe, to love myself more, or whatever comes to mind. But love is the one that is gonna heal and cure all. Love is the ultimate medicine, the ultimate healer, and that's what you want more of. Because when you love yourself, you know this yourself. I want you to think of the last time. Maybe it was today, maybe it was yesterday, maybe it was a week ago, a month ago, but the last time when you felt powerful, you felt like you loved yourself, and someone came into your world, what did they call? They came in and they asked you for something that you didn't want to give because you cared for yourself more than them. How did you feel putting yourself first? And if you have not done that, or if you have not done that or experienced that in a long time, then go and try and test it out. Go do it. Okay. Find a way how you can practice that and do that. But how did you feel? I want you to feel like that every single day. I want you to feel like that all the time, that no matter who challenges you or what challenges you, that you won't be shook to your core. You'll be shook, but you won't be shook to your core. And you will know in all of your being that you got it, that you can do and handle anything and everything. And it starts with you cultivating a loving and open and honest relationship with yourself in that mirror. When else do you get to see yourself and what you look like? And really see yourself in the mirror. So, go and do that. That is all that I have for this video that I wanted to share with you guys. Hope this was clarifying. And if any questions that you have, post them down below in the comments for everyone to see and for me to answer as well. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys all grow and evolve beyond what you believe was possible for you. That's the magic of in itself. And until next time I see you guys. Bye. Thanks, everyone.